trust our boots, trust our bindings, trust that edge, and once that starts happening, then we, of course, can move on. As you did today in your second lesson. Start you off, the board points straight downhill. Of course, I'm sure you already know on snow you can go pretty fast. So the goal is to bring the board back to the stop position that you were aiming for the first part of the first lesson. So after doing that a couple times, you probably then went and reviewed the exercise and how you start the board turning, which you also worked on in that first lesson. And then, now that the carpet's moving, you can actually apply that to how you go across the hill. You'll notice that as I turn, each time I do, my board goes downhill about 2 to 3 inches on each end. Because as a beginner, if I put more weight on that side and make it keep going downhill, I'm going to start going faster. And for most people, that would be scary. So, as a beginner, I like to say, go more across the hill than down the hill until you start getting comfortable with your speed. And you can always go a little bit more downhill and bring back the start a little bit more. You don't want to start off going downhill, okay? Once you get used to that, then you can move on and work on the toe side edge. So of course, to do that, it's a little bit awkward for most people because it's a weird body position, having your hips forward, your knees bent, and in all the sports we've all played, I don't know anyone that's in this position. And then to take that one step further, when you're in the stop position, you're backwards to the hill. So you can't see what's behind you when you stop on the toe edge. So there's a little psychologicalness to it going on with many people on toe side that you don't usually experience on heel side. But I can honestly tell you, once you get used to the toe side, it's actually more comfortable than the heel side. This takes a while to get used to this sort of positioning. So, once we get you on the stationary carpet once, like today, going down, getting used to the posture, having the hips forward, the knees bent, pressure more on the balls of the feet, not the toes, or the balls of the feet, and then how you then keep that same posture as you just change from the ball of one foot to the ball of the other. Keep teaching through negative reinforcement. There's a video camera going on right now. I want to show you a very subtle movement in the correct way that I'm now demonstrating. And if I stick my butt out this far, I don't really want to do it because I'm going to fall apart. Okay? And I didn't do that too much, did I? I didn't really, I just kind of, instead of this, that. I'm purposely not letting myself fall. But I just wanted you to see, just from here, here, makes those heels drop.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So I like to try to get people when they're first learning to exaggerate.
Right now, I'm already starting.
Really get those hips out there. Look, I'm not falling. But in your brain, you know that if you did that right there, you'd fall on your face. So it's kind of a little bit psychologically challenging just to get used to doing this. And knowing you're trusting that you can do it without falling.
Right now, in the middle, you start it, so you can do a gradual turn. I'm already starting to turn early. What I'm thinking is,
all of the other.
Notice my hips are still forward
all the time.
Try that on the bar for a little bit.
If I stick my butt out halfway through the turn. Okay? Enough negative reinforcement. I don't like teaching that. Okay? Once we get used to keeping our body positioned the right way, looking where we're going,
chest forward, hips forward.
then we can start to combine the two edges, where we can go across the hill on our toe side edge, turn the board downhill where we will gain some speed, but when we bring it back around on the heel side edge, we'll slow down, because now it's more across than downhill. Of course, now I've run out of room, there's some trees, some people, I got to go the other way, so I push this heel down the hill as I stand up, keeping my weight over that front foot. Then I push my hip forward. See the edge? Just by pushing that hip forward, I'm already on the edge. Once I get on the edge, I just have to press the back of the board around to slow down. Up. Down on the heel edge. The weight is still here. Back foot just sort of pushing the back of the board around, like a rudder to a sailboat. It's just an analogy. I don't know. Some people don't relate to that, but that makes sense. So when you first learn to snowboard, most people use up most of the trail. They usually go from one side to the other, can't go anymore, so they figure, okay, better go the other way, and they wind their way all the way across the hill. That's no problem. That's how you should start. But as you get better, you won't want to use up the whole trail. You'll want to go a little bit more down the hill than across it. So that's when you'll want to be able to shorten up your radius of turn and make a little bit more of an S turn. Hopefully, the tracks behind my snowboard look somewhat like a letter S. When I go snowboarding or skiing, that's one of the things I love to do. Make a few turns, stop, look up the hill, and see if I made S's. Or did I make chunky turns where I kind of threw the tail around and made Z's like this. Woo, man, that's a lot of work. Those 4 turns took more energy out of me than the last 5 minutes I've been up here demonstrating the proper technique.
Right here, my whole body in one.
Making sense?
So we're not doing this. You were doing
So,
this in the weight.
you did great in the amount of time you spent here, but as you're learning, just, you know, snowboarding, your feet are attached to a board,
You're doing from this in the waist every time. But just to your legs.
It takes a little bit longer to get as comfortable on the toes as the heels, and then to be able to blend the two together. If you went to the snow tomorrow, you would have so much more fun than all those other beginners. But you'd probably be a little bit frustrated on the toe side. I wanted to do both sides. And, you know, there are people, and I would venture to say Luciana and Ty will confirm this, there are people who, for a whole season or two, just stay on their heel edge. And they zigzag this way, they zigzag that way. And they can get down blue intermediate runs, blue square runs, that's a trail marking symbol for intermediate on the trail map. And they're having fun. But, you know, at some point they start watching the snowboarders and they go, I need to go do that. And so, it's usually when they hopefully take a lesson and learn some of the things about toe side edge that really aren't that hard, but there's difference. You put this away and see if you have any questions.